night. It's our bodyweight workout, 5 p.m. on Tuesday. No equipment needed, just your body and your mind. It's going to be another challenging one here today. Whew, yeah, lots of shoulder work involved in today's workout. So hopefully your arms are rested from last workout last week. And if you were with us earlier today at noon, then we're doing the same format or timer. So say from resetting the timer, but obviously it's a different workout because it's body weight this morning was with 3 bands and the exercise ball. So our format is very straightforward. We have 1 minute of more of a cardiovascular movement, and then we're going to go into a single-sided exercise. So we'll do one side for 30 seconds, and then the second side for 30 seconds. Then we go to a different exercise for 45 seconds, and then a different exercise, 30 seconds per side, and then the final 45-second exercise. Don't worry if you didn't follow any of that. I will let you know what's coming up as it comes up. You just need to follow along. We do all the exercises twice, and then we go to different exercises. Do 2 rounds of that, and then a third circuit. So it's a bit of a longer workout today. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up together, learning some of the movements in the workout itself. Then we'll start getting at it. Can't spend too much time talking because it is a long workout. So our cardio is going to be a broad jump crawl. So what that will look like is you squat down. We're going to jump forward based on how much space you have at home. Then you're going to bring your hands down to the floor and crawl backwards. So opposite hand, opposite foot are walking back. The knees are not touching the floor. When you're back to where you started, stand up, broad jump, and crawl back to where you started. And we're just going to do that for a full minute every time we come back to the cardio, which will be 6 times total. So we're just doing that for 6 minutes today. Sounds like a good time. Let's learn some of our exercises. So if we stand feet together, we're going to step out into a lateral lunge. So stepping out, both toes facing forward. The hips travel over to the foot that traveled, and we step back together. We're going to keep going on the same side. We could also do a Cossack squat where the planted leg turns up based on what you're comfortable with or what you prefer. So that'll be 30 seconds per side. Butterflies are a seated position. Chest tall, knees together. Kick yourself out. Pull back will touch the floor here. And then pull yourself back in. Hands on the floor if you need. There's a few of our exercises today where I'm going to show you some modifications or alternatives, which you can do on the second set or right away, or just stick with the initial movement pattern if you don't want to try the more challenging options. Then we're going to go into a tricep body press. So I'm lying sideways. My top arm is placed on the floor just in front of the shoulder. My other hand can be wrapped around my chest. That's up to you, kind of where you place it. But we're pressing our torso up and then back down. Okay? And then you would go off to the other side. The last exercise of each round will be a 45-second variation of the push-up. I'm going to go through the other exercises first, and then I'll show you the scale or the progression of push-ups before we get started. The second circuit of exercises will be a runner jump, lunging back. And then coming up, if you don't want to jump, you can just stand as well. 30 seconds per side there. Superman plank is like a standard plank, but your hands are way out in front of the head. And you hold yourself as high up as possible. If you have a really slippery floor, that's going to be a really tough exercise for you, so you won't go as far out. And that's fine. Just try not to fall on your face. 3-point kicks. This is our balance exercise of the workout. Lean back, kick forward. Lean forward, kick back. Lean to the side, kick to the opposite side. We're just going to keep doing the one leg though, and then switch halfway, or switch after 30 seconds. The final circuit, we have figure 4 hip drives. So on your back, Cross the right leg over the left and drive the hips up and down. From there, we're going into a sumo jump. We did these recently. Wide stance, getting down low, and we're just jumping up and down from that wide stance position. Side plank. I'll go over a few variations when we get there, but that would be the standard. 30 seconds per side. All right, that's all the exercises except for the push-up variations. So we have 6 variations we're gonna go through. As we progress to the next one, if you feel like the previous level of push-up was good enough, then you don't have to progress with me. You can just stay at whatever level you feel is appropriate for you. So our first one is a dust-off shoulder. It's not really a push-up, is it? Second one will be a standard push-up. Third one will be a single leg push-up. Leg up in the air. And I'll let you know when to switch legs. The fourth one is a narrow push-up. So if your hands are normally out here, we're gonna bring the hands shoulder width apart, and the elbows will be pointing straight back along the body. What's next? Pike push-up. So pike push-up, hands on the floor, shoulder width apart. Our feet are coming in close to the hands. My hips are way up in the air. And I'm going to aim the top of my head just in front of my fingertips. So I'm doing more of this shoulder press motion. It's more of a vertical movement than a horizontal movement. And then the last one is a negativa. Starting in my low squat, I'm going to transition my hands to one side of the body. I'm going to lower myself sideways in a push-up, press up to a squat, and then other side. And we'll just go back and forth for 45 seconds. All right. Well, I'm already tired. Hopefully you did some of that with me and got a little bit of warm up as well. I'm going to get started right away here, guys. So we got 1 minute of a broad jump and crawling backwards. All right. Find some space in your room. Have a good workout, guys. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Broad jump. Hands down. Crawl it back. Back to the broad jump. Crawl it back. Keep your knees low on the crawl. See how far you can get on the jump. We're here for a full minute. There's not a lot of break in between exercises, but we get 45 seconds at the very end of the round. 10 seconds to go. Whew. All right. We got lateral lunges to begin. 30 seconds going to one side and then 30 to the other. Start in a standing position. Make sure the toes pointing forward. All right, here we go. Stepping out, get the hips over that heel. Step back in, right back out. And challenge your depth. And your depth is determined by how far the hips go down, not how far the chest goes down. Keep the chest up. Lower the hips. All right, switching sides. Notice we want to get a nice straight line. Hip, knee, toe on that one side. So we're trying to avoid this where the knees out to the side. If you can. At the end of this 30 seconds, we're gonna have to sit on the floor, and we've got butterflies for the abdominals. in a nice upright position. Hands on the floor if you need to. Otherwise, hands are across the chest. My low back is touching the floor, but my shoulder blades are not going that far down. So try not to come to a full lying down position, because then you get full rest. We want to keep the abs working for the entire 45 seconds. Try to avoid holding your knees at the top, because that also prevents the abs from having to support you. Keeping the knees together makes the movement more challenging. All right, we got tricep body press. Lying on your side, hands by the shoulder, other arm crossed over, and we're pressing up and back down. The more you can hinge from your hip, the harder it's going to be. If your low back is on the floor and you're just pressing your shoulders up, then you're not going to be pressing up as much body weight. But modify it for your ability. All right, other side, other arm. And then we'll be going into dust off shoulders. Our first push-up variation. Okay, here we go. See if you can press all the way up until that elbow is almost straight at the top. Three, two, and one. I think. There we go. All right. Dust off shoulders for 45 seconds. We're in plank position. Hand to the opposite shoulder. And repeat. If your hips are doing this, going side to side, we got to stop that, or try to stop that. Go wider in the feet, or go down to the knees, or just really focus on activating and engaging the abdominals more, and the glutes. To make this harder, you can lift the hands straight up and try to touch the back of the hand to the same shoulder. So only more work in the arms. All right, 45-second break, get some water if you need. When we come back, we're right back into that broad jump crawl. We always start with that. And then we're gonna repeat. Lateral lunges, butterflies, tricep body press, but then we'll go to a regular push-up. Progressing the push-up every round. Oh. Guess who forgot his water? That's okay. We'll survive. All right, let's get ready. Round two. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Broad jump and crawl back. Again, knees low without touching the floor. On that broad jump, squat down, arms go back. Propel yourself forward through the air. Full hip extension in the air. Land nice and soft in your squat. If you're not comfortable jumping very far forward, feel free to do hop, hop, just like little bunny hops, instead of broad jumping. That's a great option as well. One more. All right. Lateral lunges. Let's get ready to go. to try to challenge your depth on these, or if you have like a dowel or something you can push up with, then you may be more comfortable getting further down and then coming back up. Otherwise, repeat where you were before. Two, one, good, other side. Oh, I wasn't stepping in on those, that's fine. So the first one I was stepping together, and just now I was not stepping back, I was just my feet planted. You're gonna get pretty much the same benefit out of that, guys. Just variations on movement. You'll get a little more rest when you step in, compared to staying here. You're coming back down a little bit faster. So you might get an extra 3 or 4 reps in that time. All right, butterflies on the floor. Here we go. Try to keep the legs together this round. See if you can glue the thighs together. No space between. Try to get full knee extension at the bottom. And we're controlling the movement up and down. So we're not using a lot of momentum. Ideally, we're avoiding that if we can. If you have to do that, I'd rather you have your hands on the floor and you do it slow and controlled. All right, tricep body press. To make this more challenging, instead of having your hand under your chest, you can put your hand at your head. So you get in position. That just brings more body weight towards the top of your body, which means you're going to be doing more work through the press. All right, switch sides. Whew. We'll see if my left side can do that. Here we go, lefty. If this bugs your elbow, try repositioning your hand a little bit. Or take a break. Or maybe this isn't the best option for you, because it is a lot of work through the tricep, which pulls at the back of the elbow. Where are we at? Just our solo push-ups. Standard push-ups, 45 seconds. This will be tough after the tricep work. Almost there. All right, let's get to round 2. 4 to go. Ooh, it's gonna be a long workout. Okay, next up we're into the runner jumps. So leg goes back, either adding the jump with the knee hike, or just stand and come back down. But we need to start every round with that broad jump tiger crawl. 10 seconds. I'm gonna face the other way. This time we'll change the scenery. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jump and crawl. Ooh, feel those triceps. Getting tired already. This should be interesting as we progress through the more challenging push-up options. Try to keep moving. Even if you're slowing down, just try to keep moving for the whole minute. That means you're doing something like that and this, that's all right. Just try to keep moving. Oh. All right, runner jumps. I'm gonna work my left side first. So my right leg's gonna go back. I'll do a few from the side, you can see the profile. All right, let's get ready, 30 seconds. Goes back and up. If that's too tough, stand, stand. Good. All right, we got the other side. From here, we're going into a Superman plank. Here we go, right leg. I love that feeling of when one side's completely tired, you start on the other side, and it feels so fresh. The freshness doesn't last long, but the moment that it's there is wonderful. Three, two, and one. Superman plank. Regular plank. You want your hands as far forward as you can. Here we go. I want you to really think of taking your pelvis and tucking your pelvis in. So tuck everything in. That'll keep the pelvis and the lower spine in a flexion dominant position, which is where the abdominals and the hip flexors can stabilize appropriately. And the glutes and the low back, everything else. If you feel you're starting to slide, if you're getting tired, pull with the hands, pull with the feet, and pull with the abs. All right, 3-point kick. Standing position, weights on my left leg. I'm gonna kick forward and lean back. Kick back and lean forward. Kick to the side, and then repeat all on the same leg. We're switching after 30. Woo! I'm all over the map here. If you're falling everywhere, you're not alone. What's that quote these days? We're all alone together. Something like that. Okay, other side. Weight on the right leg, left leg is going for a kick. Here we go. Every time I do these, I like to add a disclaimer that I am by no means a trained or effective martial artist. So do not try these techniques in a back alley as self-defense. It probably will not get you where you want to be. All right. Down on the floor, guys. Regular push-ups One leg is up in the air. I'll tell you when to switch. For extra challenge, hold the leg out to the side. Switch legs. That's it. Woo. 3 rounds down, we're halfway there. Okay. We gotta go through that list again, starting with runner jumps after the cardio. And then the next variation of push-ups is narrow push-ups. Hands shoulders apart, elbows going straight back. All right, we're starting with the broad jump crawl. If you want to switch it up a little bit, you could reverse the 2 movements. You could crawl forward and then jump backwards. I don't know if I've ever actually done a reverse broad jump in my entire life. But there it is. It's interesting, but I like the feel of the forward jump better. I'm going to go back. Ten seconds. Woo! All right. Runner jumps are next. These ones always destroy my legs. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I think it was one of our first videos, Tom did the workout and he did this exercise. He has some of the strongest legs anyone has seen. And these were taking him out. Don't feel bad if your legs are tired. All right, other side. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Superman plank is on deck. Ten more. Good. All right, get on the floor. Supermans. Here we go. See how low you can get. And by low, I mean low with the chest, not pushing your face forward. Woo. I'm sliding a lot without shoes, so I'm actually going to anchor my feet. That'll let me go further down without sliding. All right, three-point kick. I'm going to kick with my right leg. In general, I feel like a fairly mobile guy, other than my hamstrings maybe. But this exercise always makes me feel stiff as a tin man, especially that side kick. Gotta work on my lateral hip mobility. All right, other side. 3, 2, 1. Finding balance is no problem on these. Try closing your eyes for the last 10 seconds. See how that goes. All right. Narrow push-ups. Hands shoulder width apart. Elbows go straight back. I haven't done these in a long time. Show some from the side. You can see where my elbows land relative to my body. Notice the shoulders are in front of the hands and elbows. So I'm not here. Woo. Woo. You keep going if you got it in yet. 3, 2, 1. That was my limit. All right, get some water, 45 seconds. We start up round 5. Final change up of exercises. What's coming up? Oh, we got some floor work. So after our cardio, we're on our backs, doing figure 4 hip drive, and then those sumo jumps in case your quads have anything left. Side plank. And our next push-up variation is that plank, not the plank, the pike push-up. Woo! All right. Broad jump crawl. If your arms are like noodles by now, then you could just do maybe a reverse lunge back or bunny hop back. And just give the arms a rest. Because we've got a bunch of arm work still coming up.
Look at you, I start to think. It's funny how complicated this has all become. You're not a medicine. There was always the magnetism in the air. It's still a feeling I touch. No shame.
15 seconds.
Just remember.
10 more.
That's what you hear me. So I'm trust.
All right. All right, guys, on your back. Figure 4 hip drive. Cross your right leg over the left thigh. Try not to let the right knee come up. Keep it pulled down. We're driving the hips up and back down. Try not to touch the floor in between your reps. If your right leg is up, then your right hip is going to try and stay down. I want you to really keep the pelvis square. So I'm saying keep that hip high, but keep the same knee down. And you're probably thinking, Stuart, well, make up your mind. Which one do you want? Switch legs. Well, I want the best of both worlds. Keep the pelvis square and the knee as far down as you can get it. You might find one side, you'll likely find one side is more tight or more restricted than the other. We all have our own tendencies of how we sit in chairs or sleep or stand up with our weight on one side or do certain tasks, which often leads to one side more tight than the other. All right, guys, tight push-ups. So hands shoulder width apart. Feet fairly close to the hands and wide is fine. Hips up in the air, head goes down, head comes back up. This is going to be a lot tougher because you can't use your pecs nearly as much. Try not to let the elbows go out to the side. Think of pushing them straight back between the legs. If that's too tough for you, then you can bring your knees or your feet closer together, or even knees on the floor is fine. And just think of bringing the top of your head down to the floor, or anything in between those two. All right. Oh. Okay, guys. We got sumo jumps. I just realized we did the pike push-up out of position. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we'll figure it out. And this should actually be a side plank. That's okay. As long as we're moving. Keep the sumo jump going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's go to our side plank. Any variation you want. Elbow, hand, foot, knee. Elevated leg. Not elevated leg. Split side plank. Thread the needle. Anything you want. You guys keep holding here. Gonna get ready to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. I'm gonna pause the time. You keep going. And we're gonna do the other side plank here, and then we'll be back on our schedule. 3, 2, 1, other side. Guess I should look at the clock, eh? Keep holding, keep working. Just under 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. All right, what do we got here? Okay. So next, we're supposed to have the pike push-up. Let's do it again. Look at that, we just got some extra pike push-ups in the workout. All for free. How wonderful. Top of the head to the floor. Making a triangle between both hands and the head. Try to get the hips up there. Woo. All right. Okay. That takes us to the end of the round. We've got one more time through, guys. That's 5 rounds down, 2 rounds to go, 1 round to go. Last round. Need more oxygen to get to my brain. We're going into the broad jump crawl for the last time. Whew. All right, we start in 15 seconds. Get some water if you need. Okay, last time on these, before we hit to the floor for figure 4 hip drive. 2, 1. Here we go. Going. We're over halfway there. Ten seconds. All right. Head to the floor. We got figure 4 hip drives. Here we go. Cross the leg over. Just trying to catch my breath. Sorry for the silence. Grab them up. Exhale. If you want a bit more work, just stay at the top. Keep the pelvis square. Keep the glutes engaged. Don't let that knee come up. And we're really trying to keep a nice straight line from the same side, shoulder, hip to knee. We don't want to have a dip at the hip crease. Okay, other side. Here we go. Do your reps or hold the top. I will not mess up this time. After this, we are standing up and we're going into those sumo jumps. We only had 30 seconds of them last round. We should have had 45. So everybody goes the full 45 here. We gotta make up for that last round. I suppose it was my fault. I gotta go to full 45. You take breaks if you need them. Stay low. Side plank coming up. Three, two, one. Woo-hoo. All right. Choose your side plank variation. I'm going to go for a middle of the ground option. My arms are pretty tired. All right. Keep holding. Nice and still. Almost there. Switch it up. All right. I want you to head into your other side. I'm going to demonstrate. Here we go, side plank. I'm going to demonstrate the negativa one more time. That last push-up variation is a little bit more tricky. So we're starting down in the squat or low to the floor. The hands go out to the side, and then do this. I'll show one sideways as well. To the side, legs kick out sideways. The whole body twists to get down over the hand. So from here, and then back up. And we just go side to side. Otherwise, do any of the other push-up variations that we've already done. Here we go. Side to side. Almost there. Whew. All right. And that's it. Great work, everybody. All right. That was a fun one. Pretty challenging workout. It was long though. We're already at 50 minutes. So I'm going to cut it there. Please get some stretches. Usual upper body ones are good. Triceps, pec on the wall, maybe some quads because of all the jumping. Our typical go-tos on bodyweight day. Thanks so much for taking part, guys. Enjoyed the workout. Tomorrow at noon, we have another bodyweight workout. It'll be a bit lighter intensity. And tomorrow at 5 p.m., we have our kettlebell flow once again. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you again.